So, we've talked about solid principles. Let's talk about each one individually. We're going to talk about single responsibility principles. The principle that states that a class would have only one reason to change. In other words, a class should only have one job or responsibility, right? Does that make sense? So, if I have a class and this class handles, I don't know, um, this class is some type of tip calculator, right? And one class in this class handles your tip, right? A dollar amount in your tip, right? And it validates and makes sure that the input is a valid dollar amount, right? That's its only job. It has a class, and the class has properties, and the method that validates and says, oh, this is a real number amount, you know, or whatever. But you shouldn't have any other functionality in that object. You know, each class has only one reason to change, so it only has one responsibility. You shouldn't be making more responsibilities in there. So let's go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and get to a real world, maybe a little bit better example, right? Okay, so so here's my make believe app. Right, so this app doesn't really do anything, but we're just gonna pretend that it does. Okay, it's our price calculator, right? So we select different Honda, an Accord, whatever, a year, and then we calculate and we get this, right? When we do our great calculation, right? Okay. So for the just for the purposes of illustration, of course, let me go back here. Car price generator. Where is my view content? Here it is. Okay. So for the purpose of illustration, um, I created some dummy information, right? Where's my calculate button? Yeah, there you go. Calculate price. This is it right here. And then we return a double, right? All this is dummy information. It's neither here nor there, right? It was RP and it does all that, blah blah blah, right? So we're gonna pretend that this is actually feeding to this, right? Our car price generator. Just say, for argument's sake, we need to generate a car price, right? This isn't going to actually work, but I'm trying to illustrate what um illustrates single responsibility, right? We only have one responsibility. So I'm just gonna create, I'm gonna do this real fast. Class, right? Car price generator, price generator. Because I think if you just say it, I'm a visual learner. So I know me saying it might not mean a lot to a whole lot of people, right? And I get it. Some people are not visual learners. They can learn from a book better than they can from a video. I am not one of those people. So I'm going to spell it out for you. And we're all different learners. And because you're a certain type of learner doesn't make you dumb, right? I think that is the conventional thought in computer science. I think many engineers are like, "Oh, you can't read this new book by Rocks or whoever, O'Reilly. You're a dummy. You can't understand what if you can't understand what Ray Wanderlich is trying to tell you the way I can, you're a dummy, right? That's not true. So of course now we have our properties and I set everything in initializer. Now this is a car price generator. Let's generate a price. Okay. So we're gonna say func, right? Generate price. right? So generate price, return a double. Return a double. Right, and I'm going to say let MSRP weight MSRP MSRP weight equals 0.6 and blue book weight. Let blue book weight equal 0.3. Let inventory weight 0.1. Okay, and then I'm gonna say let price equal, right, stop, MSRP times MSRP weight. What the heck is this? Why did I do that? You know, MSRP, right, times MSRP weight, right, plus blue book value, BLU, blue book value, times, what times? Blue book weight. Okay. And then I'm going to say DOU double inventory, right, times double inventory times inventory weight, right, and then return the price. Okay, this never has to change. This never. So look, when I say this never has to change, let me take that back. This has to change if car price generator changes, right? If the calculation changes, if this change, then maybe some of this has to change. However, you should never have other functions that do other stuff where you have to come in and you have to modify this, you know, and you have a functionality that's different from this that could possibly affect this, okay? So one thing about enterprise software development, you have to make this as maintainable as possible. And when you make small changes, it shouldn't be messing with something, that's unrelated to that type of functionality. So yeah, that's what a single responsibility principle is. And we are on to the next.